Hey guys, this is Todd Habercorn, and you're listening to the Fairy Tale Podcast.
So hey guys, Natsu here for the Fairy Tale Podcast, and I am talking with Mike DuBoise, who is the COO of Funimation. I believe I'm saying that correctly.
You are.
Yeah, yay! Alrighty. There's a lot of new changes that are happening at Funimation, and we're going to be talking about them. Specifically, a lot of them are going to be dealing with their website and how things are changing for their streaming service. So I figure we'll just go ahead and jump right in. What things are changing?
So really everything's changing. So we're excited. We made the announcement that FUNimationNow is launching. We made that announcement at CES in January. And now it's all about that roadmap to get that in place. So the first thing you're going to see from us is in February, we're going to start rolling out new mobile, iOS, and Windows-based apps. We've gotten a lot of feedback, correctly so, from our fans over the last 18 months or so about our mobile apps that are out there. And so we're really committed to trying to improve that experience. So we'll be putting those apps in place in February. Also in February, we'll be going on for the first time onto the new Apple TV, the one that just launched fourth quarter of last year, and we'll also be retroactively on the old Apple TV models. So we'll be on Apple TV for the first time. We'll also be going on to Kindle Fire. And then later in May, you'll see us updating our console apps. And then finally, as we move into summer, at the end of May, 1st of June, you'll see us launch an all-new website and an integrated experience. And what that will do is really bring these apps and consoles we're putting in place now to life of what FUNimationNow is going to be. And that's what we're really excited about. As we get into the summer, we're really going to be launching a completely new experience that integrates streaming, e-commerce, and social into one platform, and be a way to give our fans much more choices on the kind of experience they want to have as they watch and immerse themselves in anime.
So on top of all these changes, there's also been a bit of a rebranding of the Funimation logo has changed, and yes. The website looks quite a bit different. But I was wondering why so many changes were implemented, because it feels like a complete overhaul of like both the website and all these new things. So I was wondering why that needed to happen.
Well, it's all happening really for our vision for the future of where we're evolving to with our fans. We want to continue to evolve to be the go-to destination for our fans and meet them where they want to engage with anime. So unlike some people that just engage in the streaming world, we're really trying to touch our fans at every point where they want to interact. So whether it be on broadcast television, we're on Adult Swim, whether it be in a theater, whether it be a streaming service, a home video, DVD, or at a convention, we're meeting them where they are. And with that, it's really about a whole new promise of what we want to deliver for fans to help them immerse themselves in the lifestyle. And so FUNimationNow and the new look that's coming to life when FUNimationNow comes to life later this summer is really going to be representative of where we're going and trying to serve fans and really create experiences that help them discover extraordinary anime.
All right. So as an elite subscriber on Funimation on the Funimation streaming service myself, how will this benefit the elite subscribers that you already have on the site when things change over from how they're viewing things with your streaming service now to when FUNimationNow comes out?
Sure. Now, that's a great question. So I think the first thing that you and all of our fans should know is that if you're a current subscriber, you're not going to lose anything when we cut over to the new service. So what's meant to happen is we're going to retire our old service and retire the backing that powers it and turn on the new service at the same time and seamlessly transport you over. And with that, you'll get certainly the same benefits that you're getting now for the whatever plan you're signed up on. For yours, it's the elite plan. But I think what you'll see in May, once we bring you over, we're also going to give you a lot more options to be able to customize and add on. And so we're designing in new experiences and new products that you can actually add on to your existing tier or base package. And so it's going to be much more customizable in the future around what you choose to control and how you experience your anime.
Okay. Now, obviously, there have been a lot of aesthetic changes in design to the website, but what changes were made outside of design, and what changes are going to be implemented later outside of just the design phase to the website overall?
Another great question. So the website itself right now is really just reskinned and repackaged with the new logo and colors. But it's really going to be that May launch when that website itself is taken down and the new one comes up. That's really going to be what powers this entire ecosystem. So think about it this way. In February, we're going to put the mobile apps out to replace our mobile apps, quite frankly, that aren't very good right now. They're not delivering the fans the experience that we expect. And then we're going to update our console apps in May. And then later in May, when we bring the new website up, that's really going to be the engine that brings those new experiences to life everywhere. And so what our fans are going to see is a much better mobile viewing experience in February than they can get today. But it's really going to transform itself in May when we launch that full new service that's powered by a new engine. So that's where we're headed. So you're right. Right now, the current website is cleaned up, reskinned, kind of the old website. We're continuing to try to optimize it, but ultimately that's going to be retired and replaced with a completely reimagined, integrated system that fuels the entire ecosystem.
Right. Why is the site changing outside of like just the apps, the mobile services, and the updates that are being made for console?
Well, we're building an infrastructure that is going to allow us to and allow fans to customize their experience much more. We had limitations on our current site and current platform that didn't allow us to do that. Also, with the new engine we're powering up, we're also going to be able to launch beyond the United States. So we're going to be we're going into the UK in February and other continents later this year. So we're really getting an engine that we can scale and deliver the experience we want for fans, not only in the United States, but around the world.
I have a lot of fans in Europe that are actually would be very pleased to hear that.
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback the day we made the announcement. I think we were trending on Wired magazine in the UK and got lots of emails and messages that hurry up and get launched. We can't wait.
All right. So how will the viewing of anime on Funimation Now be different from the current setup that we have on the site for streaming?
Yeah,
like,
so that's
going to be any kind of a major difference, like, and if so, what?
Yeah, well, I think you're going to see some things. Some I can't talk about just yet, but
I understand.
But even the quality of the video itself on our mobile apps come May is going to be very different and much upgraded from even what you're going to see in February. So there's things from a viewing experience that's going to be better. There's things from options to be able to customize what you want and how you want to consume it, more control of what you view, as well as add-on packages that make it more accessible to anime fans everywhere, and also for our heavy users of adding things that they can add on that really go beyond just the show itself. So we know with our fans that they don't just watch anime, they live it. And what we're going to do is really add things that aren't being done out there in the marketplace right now to help them immerse themselves into anime even more.
And this is probably going to be the most important question. I know fans all over would tear me apart if I didn't ask this question. The consumers as they are, especially with anime fans, we've got conventions, we've got cosplay, we've got so many things that we're doing. So our money is our limited amount of money is going everywhere. So how much will this cost the anime consumer? Will it end up being more than they already pay for their different tiered subscriptions, or will it stay the same?
Well, right now for all our subscribers, they'll be grandfathered in and have the package they have now. They'll have the choices to add on to that package that gives them something they don't have now if they choose to want it. So we're not looking to disadvantage our current fans at all when we launch this new service. And in fact, you'll probably see entry points that make it easier to get in, and you'll see upper end things that make things available that aren't available now that you may want to add on. But if you want to stay right where you're at, you'll have that option to stay right where you're at.
All righty. And
so this isn't designed to penalize our. I'm just saying this isn't really. Yeah. This isn't a move to try to get more money out of our fans for what they're doing currently. It's really more to give you more ability to customize and add on if you choose to, or consume differently if you choose to. So we're really trying to put more control in the fans' hands.
Well, is this also a shift so that more episodes can get dubbed sooner and be put up online for consumers to get to at a faster pace?
Yeah, we're always trying to dub as much as we can. So as you know, we launched the broadcast dubs last year, and based on fan response and fan research we've done out there, it's been very well received. You know, until that was available, you used to have to wait, 15, 18 months until the DVD or Blu-ray came out after the simulcast.
Exactly, yeah.
To get the dub, and so now we're getting those broadcast dubs up in about 4 weeks. Sometimes it's 5, but
it's actually it was actually very impressive to go from being like a year behind what was coming out in Japan to being just maybe a month behind, and being like, oh my God, this is okay. Suddenly got to react to this.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I almost got whiplash from trying to just keep up with that for like the first month that it happened. I was like, wait, when did this happen? Funimation, have you been listening to my prayers?
Well, we got a little whiplash trying to get them out that quickly, but
oh, I'll bet, yeah.
But luckily, we've got that process built in, and we're trying to even get them out sooner if we can. We're working closely with Japan on those materials, but at least what we're hearing from the fans is, they're so happy to get them at least at 4 weeks. That that's so much better than a year. That everyone's really happy. But we're continuously looking for ways to improve that. But we think with this new service and being able to improve the viewing quality, have more control with what you're watching, actually doing some things that help you learn more about the show and learn more about Japan and immerse you more into the anime lifestyle. We think people are going to be really excited with where we're going with this, because it's going to go well beyond just a viewing, a streaming service.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here today, so thanks a lot for having me.
All right, guys. You heard it here. We had a limited amount of time, but yeah, this has been a lot of fun doing this interview, and we look forward to hopefully having Mike back on at a later date when new announcements are made available.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more coming between now and the summer, so we look forward to talking to you, and we just are so appreciative of our fans who support us and stick with us, and I think all that loyalty is really going to pay off, and we're really hopeful that they're going to be pleasantly surprised with what we roll out this summer.